far side of the field. Inside the 20, turns the corner, and he will score! God, a little bit of LSU.
This broadcast of Stoughton High School football is brought to you through generous support of these WSTO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency. Proven history of great customer service. Call to discuss a free insurance proposal and discover if he can save you money. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency is conveniently located in downtown Stoughton at the intersection of Main Street and Water Street. The UPS store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The three things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSTO programming. Inkworks of Stoughton, unique digital and offset solutions. Hanson Electronics of Stoughton, your local U.S. Cellular and Radio Shack dealer. Pizza Pit of Stoughton, a proud supporter of WSTO programming and the official pizza of WSTO's staff.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Collins Field in Stoughton, Wisconsin on this gorgeous night for football. It is the first Badger South Conference game for the Stoughton Vikings as they take on the Edgewood Crusaders, live on WSTO TV. I'm John Henry Erickson, and I am happy to be joined by Seth Paulson. Seth, how's it going?
Man, I am feeling wonderful. We're going to be celebrating Stoughton's first home game. I am very excited.
Me too. It is a great night for football. The Stoughton fan section is almost completely full, and we are about to get underway. Stoughton this season started off a 2-0 record in their non-conference schedule, where Edgewood has a record of 0-2 coming into tonight. But we think that this might be a close one.
I think it should really be a close one. Actually, last year, it was a pretty close contest.
Yep, and last year, I think, if I remember correctly, Stoughton jumped out to a 15-0 lead, but Edgewood hung around and made it close at the end. This season, Edgewood has had some problems getting started. They've actually been outscored 59-0 in the first half so far this year, whereas Stoughton has had the opposite effect, going up 35-14 in the first half. So we'll see if Edgewood can avoid a slow start tonight.
That just might be the difference maker in tonight's game.
We are set for kickoff here. McCone back with a big leg.
Booming kick.
Fielded at the 5. Past the 20 and dragged down just shy of the 25-yard line. Refs spotting the ball. It looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Edgewood looks to be lined up in a shotgun set. They run and pass out of this, but are a run-first team. Fake the handoff, play action, got a guy deep.
Looks like he's going deep in the first play, and he's got a man open, and that was incomplete, just out of reach.
A little contact there. The flag stayed in the pocket, and we will go with a 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And the pass was intended for number 81, Drake Brent, for the Crusaders.
And a big arm there from Jack McNeil. That ball had 20, 30 yards of carry on it. Snapping the handoff, run to the right side, 7 yards before he's dragged down. Tackled by Stoughton. Third down coming up, about 2 yards. Looks to be a short 2 yards.
This is going to be a big play for Stoughton. This very well could actually set up the tempo for the rest of the game.
See if they can't get that defense off the field right away. Shotgun set, just like the first 2 plays. Man in motion. It's a handoff to 81. And he is not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like there'll be a punt upcoming.
That was a great play defensively by Stoughton. This is definitely going to be great for them just setting up for the rest of the game.
And it took a while, but the punt team does seem to be coming out on the field. And Jordan DiBenedetto is back deep for the Stoughton Vikings. He's an explosive punt returner, can take it back at any time. Fair catch called for. Ooh, contact. Catch was made.
That was a short punt.
It was a short punt, and the flags so far have stayed in the pockets. I like to see that. Let the kids play.
Absolutely.
So, 1st and 10 for the Stoughton Vikings from the 40-yard line as the offense comes out on the field. First home offensive possession this year for our Stoughton Vikings. Stoughton's also going out of a shotgun snap to start. 3 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Quick screen out. Ooh, just out of the reach.
And the pass was intended.
Sam McCone. Jonathan Malik, the quarterback tonight, looks like he would have liked to have that one back. Had
Absolutely.
him wide open. So we got 2nd and 10 from the 40 again. Shotgun snap, 2 wide out to the right, 1 wide to the left. Handoff.
That's
breaks the tackle, takes it up. 12 yards scamper. Believe again Sam McCone. Nope, excuse me.
That's Jordan.
Brady Shipper.
Oh, that's
12-yard carry for a first down. Good looking run by Shipper early.
That was a great run.
We got a first down from the 48-yard line of Edgewood. 0-0 so far. See if Stoughton can get this drive to result in some points.
It looks like we got a flag on the play.
I think they're going to get somebody on that defensive line for encroachment. It's a penalty of the 5-yard variety. So gifted 5 yards. It's 1st and 5 from the 43-yard line. Stoughton in a shotgun set. 2 out wide to the right, 1 out to the left. Got a man in the flat. First down and more. Oh, we got a flag on the play. Escorted out by the 22, but I think I might have saw a block in the back there, Seth.
This actually one might be coming back, but that would have been a great play by number 11, Max Fernholtz.
Yeah, Stoughton seems to be using an H-back where it's not quite back with the quarterback, but not all the way up on the line. And they just motioned him out of the backfield there for a nice gain. I think one of the receivers might be guilty and is of a block in the back. Yep, and the signal block in the back. We're going to replay first down. Looks like it'll be about 1st and 11 from the 49. 1st and 12, excuse me. Stoughton again in that shotgun with the H-back. 2 left, motion in McCone to the right side. Snaps up, handoff, back runs. Breaks 1 tackle, trying to get back to the line. Just does.
Didn't lose anything.
Didn't lose anything. Except a down. We got 2nd and looks like a generous spot. 2nd and 9. Stoughton has stayed in the shotgun set. We got 3 wide out to the right, 1 to the left. Snap. Looking for the pass, a button hook.
And that one was just off the reach.
Yeah, can't quite connect with Jordan DiBenedetto. Malik so far on his attempts have been just a little high, maybe amped up for his home opener tonight.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are definitely amped up for tonight, and it's definitely going to set the tone for the rest of their home football schedule.
You always want to hold home court, don't you?
Absolutely.
Shotgun set, 3 out wide to the right, single back, 1 to the left. Hard count, snaps up, fakes
Looks
a
like he's
handoff,
gonna go
looking
deep here.
deep.
Oh, that was just short.
Yeah. So nothing going there on 3rd and 10, incomplete pass. Malik's indicating to his coach that he got his elbow hit, and that's maybe why that ball came out so short. So we got punt team on the field for the first punt tonight from Stoughton Vikings. Joshua Farney back deep for Edgewood. Low snap, punts off, not blocked.
This could be a line drive punt.
2nd bounce, 3rd bounce, comes to a rest at the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 20 for the Edgewood Crusaders.
So far, it's been an even match.
Really has. Both defenses have not blinked yet. Barring the big play out of the flat that got called back on a block in the back, there really hasn't been a whole lot of downfield action yet. Let's see if Edgewood tries to take a shot here. We've seen Jack McNeil's arm strength already tonight. Edgewood has 2 wide receivers split out to the left, also utilizing an H-back and then a back behind the quarterback. Snapping a handoff. He's got some room to run, breaks 1 tackle, gets through the hole, drugged down after about a gain of 9.
That was
we'll
number
have a
20.
2nd and short upcoming.
That was made by number 20, Greg Zentmeyer.
These 2nd and shorts, a lot of coaches like to call a play action and go deep here. See if Edgewood takes a shot. 2 wide receivers out to the left, single back. Oh, excuse me, 2 backs in the back. Snap and a handoff. There's pressure in the backfield. Big play made. Loss of 4.
And Stoughton is consistently having great defense so far.
Yeah, when they've needed a big play on the run, they've made it. And that last play was made by big Dylan Bennett. He's listed here at 6'7", 240. That's a force to be reckoned with.
That's a big kid.
All right, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. Edgewood's got 2 wide receivers out to the right. Flags on the field.
Hold up.
Delay a game on the offense. That's a huge penalty. Takes a 3rd and 4 and moves them back 5 yards. So we'll be a 3rd and 9 from the 21-yard line.
If you can't make it any more easier for Stoughton.
Yeah, really putting a lot of pressure on your offense to make large plays with these penalties early. Fakes the handoff, going
Looks like
deep.
he's gonna go deep
like the
for this
first
one.
play of the game again.
And that's
He's got his
81
man
again.
and just overthrows the receiver. Drake Brent again appeared to be open, but the pass fell just beyond his reach.
We're only a few minutes into the first quarter, and that's the second time they've actually tried to go out deep to Drake Brent, and both times just out of reach.
Very close. They're going to have to watch that, the game moving on here. We're at 7:19 in the first quarter, and the punt unit's on the field. Di Benedetto back deep. Again, he can take it back if he's given the opportunity. Last punt was a little short. Punts up, another short one. Looks like that's going to just bounce. Took a great Edgewood roll down to the 40. And Stoughton will start both of their drives so far on their 40-yard line. They got to like that field position.
Absolutely. I think this is definitely going to potentially help set up their next offensive possession.
No doubt about that. The Edgewood fan side, not nearly as populated as our Stoughton section, but they have definitely filled in here as the game's gone on. 7:09 in the first quarter. Stoughton employing the shotgun set, 3 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Another wide receiver screen. They have McCone. He's got some space to run and is pushed out of bounds after a gain of 17.
Yeah, that was a great catch and run by McCone.
Natural downfield runner. When he gets the ball and has a head of steam, he's hard to take down.
Look out.
So we'll go 1st and 10 from the Edgewood 44. 3 wide to the right, 1 out to the left, single back, 1 down tight end. Fake the run, quarterback keeper, and he is going to not quite make it back to the line of scrimmage. That looked like a loss of 1.
Unfortunately, this time, Edgewood definitely saw what was coming, and they did not, the Vikings did not fool anybody on that play.
They sure didn't. Edgewood had the center of that line completely dominated. Good penetration. Loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from Edgewood's 45. 2 backs, 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. Maligue takes the snap, looking pass all the way. Oh, short slant, cannot be handled by Di Benedetto, but it did hit him in both his hands.
Yeah, he threw him and actually passed it where it was supposed to be, but unfortunately he just could not hang on to the ball.
He was upset with himself after that one. He definitely expects to make those kind of plays. 3rd and 12 from the 45 for Stoughton coming up. Stoughton definitely shown the ability to move the ball. They just haven't been able to do it consistently to this point. But this great field position has got the kind of tide turned in their favor. Wide receiver screen out to McCone. He's going to have to make a bunch miss. He does not. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And he is met basically by the whole defense.
Yeah, they really kind of saw what was coming there, it seemed. Punt unit on the field. Cade Spildy doing the punting. Joshua Farney back deep to return, standing at his own 10-yard line. Spildy handled a low snap really well last time. Perfect snap this time.
That's probably the best punt all game.
High spiraling punt, fair caught at the 19-yard line. We have 1st and 10 coming up for Edgewood at the 19.
Yeah, it's funny how you mentioned how Stoughton always, like pretty much every offensive possession, they've had a great field position. As for Edgewood, they've always definitely within their 25-yard line, so they definitely have some work cut out for them.
Yeah, the field position battle so far being controlled by Stoughton. And Spildy as a punter, that's inside the 20 for him. That's all you can ask for out of your punter. Get him inside the 20. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 split out to the left, and a single back for Edgewood. From their 19, we have 5.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Takes the snap, pass all the way, throws the slant. He's got it, room to run.
Tight.
Breaking down the field across the 50 to the 40, 45, 30. Pushed out of bounds at the 32 of Stoughton. What a big play.
And that pass, actually, there was little room for error. And the way he actually fit that ball, Amazing throw.
Great throw, like you said, fit that into the tight window. Made one guy miss, and there was no safety over the top, and he was off to the races. Big play for Edgewood early.
And that's definitely the play that Edgewood was looking so far all game in this first quarter.
He's thrown to a big target there. That Jackson Wendler, listed at 6 foot, made the catch and then just ran as fast as he could down that sideline.
Tough guy to bring down, too.
Yep. First and 10, Stoughton's 28-yard line. Edgewood's got 2 split outs to the right, 2 backs, and a tight end. Shotgun set. Snap, fake the handoff, looking deep.
He's going to the end zone
Goes
here.
to the end zone.
Number 1, just out of reach. Charlie Cocoran.
Charlie, I think it's Cochran, just didn't have the route seem to be hooked up. He looked to be running a little post and then tried to break it off late. And that ball was definitely thrown to a little bit more of a fade. But so far, we have seen Jack McNeil has the ability to throw the ball down the field.
And I think that's definitely the difference maker between Stoughton and Edgewood. Edgewood has definitely have taken the chances for longer throws than Stoughton thus far.
We got another flag on the field. Looks like there may have been too many men in the huddle, and that is something as a coach you don't like to see. That's an avoidable penalty. Let's get the call here.
Always frustrating.
Always frustrating. Got an illegal substitution, is going to move him back 10 yards. Excuse me, 5 yards. Second and 15 from the 46. 3 wide receivers split out to the left, 1 to the right, single back in the shotgun. McNeil takes the snap, fakes the hand, nope, gives the handoff on the end around, and a big play made by Stoughton deep in the backfield. Gavin Miller making the play. So back-to-back plays move back 5 yards each time. We're looking at about a 3rd and 20 coming up from Stoughton's 42.
Considering all the big offensive plays by Edgewood, that was definitely a much-needed defensive stop by the Vikings.
That's Stoughton's 46, not 42. 3rd and 20. We got 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left, and 2 backs. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Snaps low, looking downfield, throws it.
And he didn't even see it coming.
Incomplete, and then a big hit delivered by Drew Passold.
So far this whole game, number 81, Drake Brent, has definitely been a popular target for Edgewood.
A lot of targets his way. So Stoughton, after giving up the big play, gets an advantageous penalty. Big play in the backfield, and then they go back to that slant route that was the big play, and they couldn't connect. So punt team's on. Di Benedetto back deep, standing at his own 5.
It's a high
Another
hang
high,
time.
short punt. Stoughton's yelling to get off the field, get away from the ball, get away from the ball. Ball actually hit an Edgewood player
Yep,
leg.
that was number
kicked
57.
back. So not quite at the 40, but some more good field position early for Stoughton. 26-yard line.
This is definitely the deepest they've been in their own zone, but we'll see how far they go in this drive.
Got 2 wide out to the right, 1 to the left. Both these teams running solely shotgun sets so far this game. Haven't seen either of them go up under center. Snaps a little high, handoff.
And that was actually read all the way by Edgewood's defense.
Yeah, they were all over that one. As it stands, it's a loss of 2. There are some flags on the field. Looks like it's going to be a hold against Stoughton. That's insult to injury. Edgewood has chosen to accept, so we're going to replay first down and take that 10-yard penalty. backing up Stoughton to their 16.
This is going to be definitely an early test for the Vikings on offense.
Stoughton in the shotgun, same formation as before. 2 out to the right, 1 to the left, single back with the H back behind the tackle.
Looks like they're going deep on this play.
Snaps a good
And they
one,
are.
throws it deep to D. Benedetto. He's looking for a flag, thought he got held. Alex Esch, no call. And it is going to be 2nd and 20. I saw a little contact, but we also saw that same play when Edgewood went deep early in the game, and the refs chose to let him play.
Yep, so far it's been a very consistent call game by the refs so far tonight.
There have been procedural penalties, but nothing of the physical nature yet. Well, I guess they did get a hold. We got 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap, high one, handoff to the right-hand side, breaks a couple tackles, gaining about 2 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and long coming up. If you're Stoughton here, you're probably just trying to pick up a chunky yard to make this punt go a little bit easier for your team.
Oh,
You don't
absolutely.
want to make any mistakes this deep in your zone.
Yeah, you don't want to give it any short field positions to Edgewood.
So they line up, 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. Now motion out another to the left. Snap and a handoff up the middle. He's got some room to run and gains about 6 before being taken down. Almost got back to the original line of scrimmage. So we are going to have a punt coming from the 24-yard line from Stoughton to Edgewood. Farney back deep. Spildy to do the punting honors. Clock's running, under 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first quarter. Score all tied up, 0-0. Perfect snap again. Punt gets off.
And this is a
high
beauty of a punt.
Spiral, beautiful punt. Yeah, good call, Seth. Fair caught at the 45.
This will be Edgewood's best field position thus far on offense today.
Best starting field position for either team so far tonight. Edgewood going to go to work from their 45. 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go in this first quarter. They got 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, and are under center for the first time today, and another flag on the field. Head official is counting bodies, and it looks to be another too many men on the field. Boy, Edgewood with the field position and some of the big plays has done enough, you'd think, to score so far, but these penalties have really hurt them.
Yeah, just not with Edgewood, but also Stoughton as well. Both teams have suffered from penalties, and it's cost them so far from putting points on the board.
Edgewood stays under center here, has 2 wide receivers out to the left. New quarterback for Edgewood as well. We got number 2, Bestie, taking the snap. Jack McNeil was not out there for this play. Conklin on the carry, a loss of 3. Got to be impressed with Stoughton's run defense so far. They have answered the call, not allowing much at all. Again under center, 2 out to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Bestie carries, gain of 4 on the run.
That was a great tackle by Stoughton there.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little daylight, and it was quickly swallowed up when he got to the second level. So we have a 3rd and 8 upcoming for Edgewood from their 47. One out to the right. three-back backfield. In the shotgun set, one back in motion, another going the other way. Penetration, fumble.
And it
Looks like Stoughton got on the ball.
And the first turnover of the game, and Stoughton forces a fumble.
Tommy McLean looked to get his big mitt on that ball. It was recovered by Stoughton almost immediately. No doubter, as they say.
And Edgewood actually thought they actually had a trickery of a play, but Stoughton read that the whole way.
Yeah, the motion man did not fool Stoughton there. They stayed home, and big Tommy McLean made the play.
Now let's see if we can have Stoughton convert here on offense and turn those into points.
We got two wide receivers out to the left, one to the right, two backs. Malik takes a snap, hands it off to McGowan.
And that was
Strong run.
Strongest running play so far for Stoughton tonight.
Excuse me, that was Brady Shipper, 23, not McGowan, 24.
And that play, his legs just kept going.
Churning the legs, carrying the defenders, great run. We got 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line at Edgewood. We are under a minute to go until this first quarter is over. Two wide receivers out to the left, two backs in the backfield with the shotgun standing quarterback, one out to the right. Hands it off, back makes a guy miss. Tough stiff arm, cuts up field.
That was a great cut on the run.
Great cut, made nothing into something there. So we got 2nd and 3 upcoming. 20-yard line of Edgewood for Stoughton here. And this is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Score 0, Edgewood, Stoughton 0. Field position has been dominated so far by Stoughton, but again, penalties have been costly and no one's been able to find the end zone so far.
Yeah, so far this the first quarter, both teams have been, for the most part, been evenly matched. Both have suffered from penalties. Both have had some big plays on offense and definitely defensive stops. But so far, the difference maker is that turnover by Edgewood.
Yeah, well said. It sure is. And the Stoughton defense, on the running plays in particular, have looked extremely tough. There's not been any movement on that offensive line, and the only way that Edgewood's been able to move the ball so far is through the air on a couple of big passing plays.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As we switch the field, we got a 2nd and 4 upcoming for Stoughton from Edgewood's 20. Going with the wind this quarter is Stoughton. It's a slight breeze. The air is cooling off here, but again, we could not have asked for a better night for football.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful night.
Stoughton and Malik stay in the shotgun set. One wide receiver out to the left, two receivers out to the right, two backs in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off. Run by Shipper, breaks a tackle, makes another guy miss, splits two defenders, runs it down to about the 12-yard line. Another Stoughton first down.
And yet another powerful, just keep on going run for Stoughton.
Yeah, Shipper's looked really good. He's taken some runs that haven't looked promising and turned them into positive yardage. First and 10 from the 12. Stoughton's got three wide receivers out to the left. Look for that wide receiver screen here. Fake the screen on the outside, hand up the middle. Shipper got popped, helmet came off, and 3 flags were thrown at him immediately. We might see a helmet-to-helmet penalty here.
We'll see what the call is here.
Shipper helmet came off, headband got up in his hair. Looked like he really took a shot. He's walking off the field under his own power, though.
It looks like he's okay.
Yeah, no word from the officials quite yet. They're going to come over here and talk to the Stoughton head coaches about what happened.
Yeah, you never want to see that, but it was definitely not intentional.
Yeah, definitely not. The runner was going down. Everyone's lowering the pad level, and unfortunately, what seemed to make contact first was the top of an Edgewood player helmet to Shipper's face mask. So, ball's been placed at the 5-yard line. Sticks haven't been updated quite yet. We're still waiting for what they want to do. Face mask on the defense. We get the call. Half the distance to the goal. First and goal from the 5 here from Stoughton. Let's see if they can punch this in.
This is going to be an excellent opportunity for Stoughton to basically set the tempo.
We got one receiver out to the left. Looks like the jumbo package is in. Handoff to the right side, and Edgewood's all over it. Doesn't get back to the... Oh, gain of 1.
Looks like that was a gain.
Yeah, call it a gain of 1. From the initial burst that Edgewood had off the line, it looked like it was going to go for a loss, but did manage to gain half a yard maybe. 2nd and 2, the first and goal was incorrect. They can pick this up without scoring here. And we have a timeout on the field. Edgewood gonna talk it over, make sure that they put the best defense on the field here for this goal line stand. 10:33 to go till half. We are at 0-0 with Edgewood threatening. So far, it's been a great game. Some big plays, some costly penalties. Not much more you could ask for out of your opening night game, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, both teams have been very consistent, and yeah, it's been a great game so far.
It's interesting here to see that once they get down to this goal line, they've stayed spread all game. Stoughton has, but they've been putting in some jumbo packages here. Let's see if they go again with the jumbo package or try to spread it back out.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to try to mix it up, try to throw Edgewood's defense off their game.
Yeah. Stoughton has shown the ability to run out of that shotgun set. Have had no problem so far running the ball, and Brady Shippers looked really good. They got the jumbo package back out. DiBenedetto's the only wide receiver out to the left.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Shipper really involved with this play.
Yeah. Malik taking the snap, Shipper next to him to the right. And it does. It goes to Shipper. He's running outside on the left.
And Edgewood definitely saw that one the whole way.
They seem to know what was coming there. That's going to be a loss of about 2 on the run. And we will 3rd and 5 coming up. Ball on the 6-yard line. Stoughton has kept this jumbo package in. As soon as they got to the 5-yard line, they have gone jumbo. One wide receiver, the rest tight end and lineman. Low snap, handled really well by Malik. Throws the slant right off of DiBenedetto's chest plate. Coverage was tight, seemed to make a nice play on it. He would like to have another crack at that, I'm sure.
And you can't really argue about the throw in the pass. I mean, that was just thrown perfectly, but that was just the better defense that play.
That was a laser for sure. Field goal attempt coming. Sam McCone. About 4 yards longer than an extra point, so not a long field goal whatsoever. About 17-yard attempt here to get on the board first for Stoughton. The snap's good, the hold, the kick.
It's good.
It's good. Stoughton's on the board, 3-0.
We have our first points of the game.
9:52 left to go. So, Seth, not what you'd necessarily want out of having the ball on the 5-yard line, but you got to be happy you got points, right?
I mean, yeah, you're from the 5-yard line. You have a first down. Of course, I mean, I think everybody wants, 6 points on the board. But just to walk away with points, when both teams are just solid on defense, this is definitely a positive footstep in the right direction.
So we're going to have our first Stoughton kickoff with the wind. McOwen's got a big leg as he just showed on that field goal. Let's see if he can't kick one through the end zone here. Kelly Cochran back deep for Edgewood, as well as 81, Drake Brent. Edgewood not spread out in a traditional formation, starting bunched, clap, and here they go. Sometimes you can hide a little trickery when you stay huddled longer.
Might just catch off their special teams.
Only 4 up front there for Edgewood.
And a booming kickoff.
Nice kick deep to the 4. Brent with the return, makes a guy miss, gets through a hole, and then is swallowed up by the Stoughton special teams. Returned it out to about the 27. 23-yard return there.
Yeah, that was definitely a bigger return than initially thought.
It looked like they might have had him back at around the 15, but he definitely made one miss, split the hole, and gained that extra 10. First and 10, Edgewood from the 28. 9:44 to go in the second quarter. Back in the shotgun. Jack McNeil back out on the field. Receiver in motion, fakes the motion, gives it to the back, and another big play made by 44,
and
Nick
that was Zetmeyer
Waldorf.
on the carry.
The number of plays that have gone for, or run plays that have gone for a loss for Edgewood have to be more than the run plays that have gone for a gain. It seems like almost every other handoff is stopped in the backfield so far tonight.
Yeah, it almost kind of seems, especially like with their passing plays, there's definitely a go big or go home mentality. I mean, every time they have those big plays, I mean, they definitely equaled into positive yardage. But yeah, it seems like they just really can't get their running game going so far.
And Stoughton does have a large defensive line. Big, aggressive front.
Big farm boys.
Yeah. Flags on the field, looking to be a false start. A second delay of game for the Edgewood Crusaders. That might have been why we saw Jack McNeil take a series off. Both have been while he's been under center. So that'll move them back 5 yards, along with the loss of 4 on the last run. They're looking at a 2nd and 18 from their own 20. Shotgun snap, looking in the flats, got his man, hits him in the hands, gain of 6 before he's escorted out of bounds.
Looked like that was about to go over his head, but he had those stick finger catch.
Yes, he did. Sometimes those sticky gloves help pull down something that you otherwise wouldn't have caught. He definitely used all of his length there to make that play. So we got a 3rd and 11. 3rd and 12 from Stoughton's 20, or Edgewood's 27. Another big stop here for Stoughton. Get off the field and let that offense get back out. Shotgun set, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Snaps perfect. They send a blitz from Stoughton.
And he's going to throw it
anyway.
anyway.
Unload it.
And
air mails it to the intended receiver. He was looking for Cochran, but that blitz forced him to throw before he was comfortable. And Big Jack McLean just unleashed that thing and air mailed it.
Yeah, that was a great defensive stop. That almost could have been called for a flag, but that was both the players were equally fighting for the ball on that one.
Yeah, and I think that pass was so far over their head that they would have decided that he wasn't going to be able to catch that, even if the defender hadn't bumped him there. Punt coming, 4th and 11. Another short kick. This one's spiraling, though. Takes a funny hop. There's a couple of Stoughton players in the way, and it'll be downed at the 49-yard line. More great field position for the Stoughton Vikings.
Yeah, Stoughton all game, they cannot complain about their field position.
Yeah, the only complaint would be not being able to turn that field position into points. But again, the last drive came up with 3 and more good field position here for them. Got a shotgun set, 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right, single back. Snaps up, handoff.
Shipper.
Shipper made an amazing move in the backfields, off to the races, first down and more.
And his legs are still going, and an amazing run by Shipper there.
20-yard scamper by Shipper. The move in the backfield, though, was impressive. Looked like they had him dead to rights, and he made one guy give air a hug.
Yeah, he basically made that guy almost completely miss, just the way he was able to juke him out of his shoes.
And Shipper wouldn't have been down in flag football on that move. We got a shotgun set, 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right, single back again. Malik and Shipper. Snap, the fake handoff, Malik keeps it, almost got to the edge. Nice play made by number 64 on Edgewood. That's Andrew Newton with the play. Prevented him from getting back to the line of scrimmage. Call it 2nd and 10. 2nd and a long 10. Stoughton back, shotgun set, 2 out to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Malik looking for the snap, looking at the D. Perfect snap, handoff up the middle. Shipper makes another guy move, is carrying defenders down inside the 20-yard line.
Shipper again, man, he's definitely taking this offensive drive and just taking it into his own hands, literally.
Tough run so far by Shipper on this drive. First down, 1st and 10 on the 19 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in this second quarter. Stoughton threatening again.
And so far on this offensive possession, it's just been run, but it's definitely, if it works, there's no reason to fix it.
Oh, we got a lot of movement up front there. Seemed like Edgewood moved first, but I don't know if they came across. Stoughton certainly came out of their set. Let's see what the call is here. And they're going to go with false start on Stoughton, move them back 5 yards. So we'll have a 1st and 15 from the 25-yard line of Edgewood.
And so far, it's been a great offensive drive, but let's see if it stalls their momentum a little bit.
Yep, all night penalties have been able to stall some of the promising drives. Shotgun snap, wide receivers open, but knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Nice play made there. We are gonna have a 2nd and 15 upcoming. Di Benedetto was open with space there, but the ball never got there.
Yeah, he had some room, but yeah, that play was just batted down.
Stoughton's got 3 wide out to the left, 1 to the right. 1 running back to the right.
Oh, and that was
ball's
fumbled.
On the ground, and it looks like Edgewood's going to come up with it. Oh, that's a big turnover inside the red zone.
And it looks like there was a miscommunication.
Andrew Newton for Edgewood Crusaders makes another play there with the fumble recovery. I thought they were handing it for Shipper on the sweep.
And it looked like that. Actually, Shipper, like again, there was miscommunication. He basically wanted the ball, but then the quarterback wanted to do a QB sneak. But unfortunately, yeah, miscommunication that ultimately turned into a fumble and in a much costly one. It
was a costly one. And again, when you have the ball inside the 20 or inside the 25, you really want to come away with points. So once again, Stoughton gets blanked. Let's see how the defense can respond here. Edgewood's in the shotgun, takes a snap. Quarterback keeper running up the middle, breaks it outside. He's got room to run. He gets around the edge. Gain of 11 on the play. That's going to be a first down for Edgewood.
Looks like one of the biggest runs so far for Edgewood.
Came out of a little trickery there, faked the handoff to the running back, paused a minute, and then broke it outside himself. So we got 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go in this second quarter, and Edgewood's on the move. Bestie back in there for quarterback. He's more of a running back type, so that would explain that last quarterback scamper. Bestie takes the snap, hands it off, run to the outside. Another nice play by the Stoughton defense. This is going to be no gain or loss of 1 here.
And again, Stoughton's defense is just becoming so huge in this game.
They definitely came to play against the run tonight. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Edgewood's been rotating series between Joe Bestie and Jack McNeil. This one's going to Bestie. Bestie's in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap, hands it off, keeps it up the middle, gain of 2, maybe 3. We're going to have a 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7 upcoming here.
And another 3rd down for Edgewood.
Stoughton seems to be kind of loading up the box when Bestie's the quarterback. He has not shown that he's got the arm that Jack McNeil does. So I think they're anticipating run when Bestie's back there. And so far, with the exception of the 1 first down run, it's worked for them. And as I say that, it looks like Big Jack McNeil's back in the shotgun. They got 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left, and a running back in the backfield. Stoughton brings pressure off the edge. Another quick throw, throws a slant, incomplete, bouncing out of the hands.
And that was another yet tight throw.
Jackson Wendler, again, would have liked to have that play again. Hit him in the hands, tough catch down low, but one that he could have made.
Hit him right in the numbers.
Yep. And Wendler was the one that had the slant earlier that broke it to the not to the house, but broke it deep. So that's been a connection that McNeil to Wendler that Stoughton's got to be careful for. D. Benedetto back deep. The punt, a shank off the outside of his right foot. That's going to bounce out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That is a punt that looks like just went for -1 yards.
And it looked like, yeah, it just seems like their punting game just really can't get it going.
Punters struggled so far early. That is not what you want out of your punt there. But the shanks happen. So 1st and 10 for Stoughton. They're at Edgewood's 44-yard line. Malik in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right, and a single back.
This will give Stoughton an excellent field position again.
Hand off to Shipper,
And
busted
Shipper
up
with a
the
big
middle,
run.
gain of 10, 15, 20 with another
looks like
juke. He's getting to the outside. Can he get to the house?
And
he
he
can.
does.
Touchdown, Stoughton!
Amazing run by Shipper.
He was due. He had been breaking runs all night, keeping his legs churning. There he started up the middle, made a guy miss, turned another man around, and broke it back out to the outside for the touchdown run.
You could probably say so far the way Shipper's been running, it was just a matter of time until he broke loose.
44-yard touchdown run there to put Stoughton up 9-0. McCone on for the extra point.
And that was a much-needed 6 points, especially after the last drive.
Last drive got started all the way down to the 5, and a fumble ended it. That kick is good. Stoughton 10, Edgewood nothing. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter. So as we wait for the kickoff, here's the replay. Shipper gets to the middle. There's the second juke that made the man miss, and then it was off to the races. Foot race to the end zone. 44-yard touchdown scamper. Seth, he has made some moves that, again, he wouldn't be down if he was playing flag football. They're not even touching him after those cuts.
And it's just those strong legs and the way he jukes defenders out of their shoes. And especially like once, it's all him, he can run daylight.
Runs to daylight for sure. Early candidate for player of the game. What a nice play that was. Kickoff coming here. Stoughton kicking to Edgewood from the right hash. Again, kicking with the wind here in the second quarter. McCone does have a big leg, hasn't quite shown it off yet. In the first 2 games this year, several touchbacks that weren't even caught because they were so deep. But all kicks tonight have been returnable. Let's see if he puts a charge into this one.
Here's a kick.
A low line drive kick caught at the goal line, being returned from right to left. Oh, ball's
and a
loose,
big
ball's on the
hit.
ground. Looks like Stoughton got it. Stoughton saying they have it. Refs are getting into the pile.
And it looks like Stoughton may have it.
They certainly think
And
so.
they do.
Stoughton football fumble on the kick. What a turn of events.
And if it wasn't bad enough for Edgewood,
And
it's
it
gone
looks
from
like
bad
a
to
little
worse.
too much excitement from the Stoughton sideline as a flag comes in late. It was going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. Let's see what they get them for. Before that, let's take a look at this. Return man running. Drake Brent gets popped. Ball comes loose. Looks like Stoughton got it. Stoughton saying they have it. Stoughton, excuse me, is at the bottom of that pile.
And the referees are still chatting about it. Here's a call.
Yeah, they knocked him for a little bit too much celebrating. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, personal foul against Stoughton.
And a costly one at that.
You'd love to have started that drive at the 20. Starting it at the 35, 34 isn't the worst thing. But yet again, we've seen mistakes hurt Stoughton and Edgewood tonight. Shotgun set, 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right, single back. Hand off to Shipper. He's got a big hole in the middle, and he's off to the races again. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Stoughton!
And another big run by Shipper.
That was an amazing job by that front unit. He didn't seem to get touched on that run.
His legs, amazing.
Doesn't stop. He took it about 34 yards. He's got a 44-yarder. This is a home opener for Shipper to remember. McCone in for the extra point. Stoughton 16, Edgewood nothing. Looking to make it 17. 4:34 to go in this second quarter, and Stoughton has blown this game open here in the second quarter.
Oh, absolutely, and they've definitely have taken advantage of Edgewood's mistakes.
They have. Kick is up, kick is good. After a costly fumble on the kickoff, Stoughton capitalizes on the very next play with a 34-yard touchdown scamper by Shipper. Let's take another look, Seth. Handoff up the middle.
And right from there, he was just gone.
I don't believe he got touched that play. I think the only person that touched him was Malik when he handed him the ball. That's how you draw it up, that's for sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, tonight's game, the 2017 West Side Bowl, is being recorded by Wisconsin's 57 Sports Television. It will be replayed on Wisconsin 57.
As we wait for our kick here, say a quick thank you to a couple of our sponsors, Stoughton Hospital, Mike Daniels, Farmers Insurance, and the UPS store in Stoughton. Again, thank you to our sponsors here on WSTO TV. kicking from the left hash mark today. McCone switching it up. Variety is the spice of life.
Sam McCone to kick off for Stoughton.
Yeah, it seems like after every kickoff, he's definitely had a booming kick on each kickoff.
Yes, he's kicked them high, he's kicked them low, but all of them have been kicked within the 10-yard line. Again, he started out this season with some kicks that went through the end zone. Tonight, they've all been returnable, but the last return ended in a fumble, so maybe that's by design. And the kick is up, and it's a squib to the right sideline.
Now
That
this
thing
will go
never
out
had
of
a chance.
bounds.
Goes out of bounds, flags on the field. Interesting strategy. Looked like they were trying to catch him maybe with a short kick or a mock onside kick, and that backfired. Edgewood's going to start the ball here from the 40-yard line.
Ball be placed at the 35.
Excuse me, the 35.
I'm not sure if they're going to try that one again.
So for Edgewood, this is some of the best field position they've had all night. Started 3 of their drives within their own 25. This one's going to start out at the 35. First and 10 Edgewood, 4:34 to go. It's Stoughton 17, Edgewood nothing.
Let's see if
Big
we can
Jack
see any of those.
McNeil's back in the game. 2 wide out to the right, 2 backs. Hands it off. And again, oh, fumble. Ball's on the ground. Stoughton's again signaling they have it. Not quite as empathetically this time. It looks like Edgewood did get back onto it. Greg
Let's just see.
Zenmeyer handled the ball there, coughed it up, and may have recovered his own fumble.
It just seems like in every run that Edgewood goes through, it just seems like they just can't get anywhere. But let's see if they go back to those big pass plays.
Kudos to Tommy McLean and Dylan Bennett on that defensive line. They are just blowing the offensive line up in the backfield on all these runs, and Edgewood's had a really hard time running the ball. We got 2nd and 13 now, and looks to be a timeout by Edgewood. That's their 2nd of the half. And this other break will allow us to say thank you to a couple more of our sponsors here. Crest Funeral Home and Cremation, Inkworks, and Hanson Electronics. Thank you again to all of our sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. So Edgewood with a 2nd and 13 coming up from the 34-yard line. Really need to get something going here to avoid this becoming an insurmountable lead.
Yeah, kind of going back again to their running. It just seems like they really can't get their running going, but it seems like every time they go for big pass plays, it's definitely paid dividends.
And then again, that difference in their passing game happens when Jack McNeil's in the game. Bestie is definitely more of a running quarterback. McNeil is more of a classic pocket passer, and they've had some success with McNeil on the field. He's there again now in the shotgun. 2 out to the right, tight end on the left, and 2 backs in the backfield with him. The snap, fakes the handoff, a fumble. Stoughton's in the backfield, and they are going to bring down McNeil for a big sack. Looked like there was a little bit of a bobble when he went to exchange on the play action. Never recovered. Ball hit the ground. He did a good job just to pick that up.
You know, as strong as Stoughton's defense has been tonight, I wonder if you're making their Edgewood's offense a little nervous.
Little jitters here when you're down and you know that the urgency to score is there. So we have a 3rd and forever upcoming here for Edgewood. 3rd and 25 officially. They've got 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and a single back in the backfield. McNeil waiting for a shotgun snap. Snap looks right, throws left on the slant. They got linemen downfield. A well-designed play is going to get them about 10, but not nearly enough, not 25. And imagine we'll see the punt unit here this deep in their own territory. And
that
we
catch
do.
was made by Cochran.
Cochran has been a consistent target of McNeil's so far in this game. Di Benedetto back deep to return. Let's see if Edgewood has a little more success here with the punt. Struggled so far with short.
Let's see if they can get a better punt off.
Oh,
That
high
was a high
snap,
snap.
handled really well, and here's a better punt. Really low, takes a funny hop. Di Benedetto slips. It's going to bounce over his head and roll down to the 40-yard line. More good field position for Stoughton.
Yeah, definitely one of the more solid punts for Edgewood, so I think they definitely have to feel good about themselves.
After the sack fumble, to get the ball this far down on the opposite side, I think Edgewood is happy.
Oh, absolutely. At least give their defense a little bit of breathing room.
Stoughton back in the shotgun, single back, one out, two receivers out to the left, two out to the right. Malig's looking for the snap, hands it to Shipper. Shipper running to the right side, makes one cut, and they swallow him up in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 upcoming.
And one of the few not so big plays by Shipper.
Yeah, he kind of got outside and had nowhere to go. It's a nice play out on the edge by Mitchell Wendler. First guy there made the tackle. Not many people can say that about Shipper tonight. Not many first guys have made that tackle.
Yeah, and Shipper's just been strong all game.
Stoughton in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, single back. Snaps up, low snap, hits the ground, doesn't see the pressure. Sack on the backside. Never saw it coming. Murphy Penwell came off the edge, wasn't touched, and made the play.
Absolutely did not, again, you're right, absolutely did not see him coming. That came from his blind side, and he was just nailed.
Yeah, big hit on the play. It's going to force a 3rd and 20 coming up here. Stoughton immediately takes a timeout, give the offense a little bit of a breather here, and talk about what they want to do on the 3rd and long.
Yeah, really, actually, before those turnovers, actually, for the most part, it was actually an evenly matched game.
It was a close game through the first quarter. There was no score, and then the second quarter, Stoughton had kind of been riding the momentum of field position through the first quarter and was able to break through with the field goal. Big 44-yard touchdown run by Brady Shipper, followed by another 34-yard touchdown run. So 2 rushing touchdowns so far for Shipper, a field goal for McCone, and we have a 17-0 lead for the Stoughton Vikings. We got Di Benedetto out wide. They are drawing up their 3rd and 20 play here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, single back. Looks like pressure from Edgewood. They send 5. The running back has to pick it up. Doesn't. Big sack on the play. Down at the 15-yard line is Malig. That is not what you want to do on 3rd and 20.
It looked like he really wanted to go deep there, but unfortunately, they got to him really fast, and he just had nowhere else to go.
Sent 5. Blitzer ate up the running back and was able to make the play.
So definitely a much-needed stop for Edgewood, and this might just need a much-needed momentum shift, potentially.
And they immediately take a timeout to stop the clock because we're at 57 seconds to go in the second quarter. They are going to have a chance here. Stoughton's going to be punting from their goal line or even their end zone. And Edgewood is going to look to do something. That would be their 3rd and final timeout, though. So whatever they do, they're going to have to do it quick or get out of bounds.
Yeah, you're right. Their next offensive possession, this might have to be no huddle.
See the no huddle for the first time, and then that begs the question, will we see McNeil or Bestie out there? You'd think with the needing to throw the ball, we're going to see McNeil. Punt's going to come from about the 3 or 4 yard line. You really want to see a good snap here and a clean pocket so that punter can just concentrate on kicking it downfield.
Yeah, this is probably one of the deepest Stoughton's been pinned.
Yes, it is. Low snap, the punt just gets off. Low punt too. It's going to take a great Stoughton bounce and roll all the way down to the 33-yard line. You cannot ask for a better result from that. What a punt.
Oh yeah, a much needed, really good punt. And yeah, as you mentioned, it was a great bounce for Stoughton.
It's a 57-yard punt by my napkin math. And it's going to make a 1st and 10 for Edgewood from the 33-yard line. We've got 47 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if Edgewood can have an up-tempo offensive drive here, or if Stoughton can continue to hold this shutout. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left.
Looks like they're going to go
good,
big here.
clean pocket.
They do.
Throwing it deep to Cochran. Incomplete. It was a little bit underthrown.
And that was just great coverage.
Yeah, fantastic coverage there with the DB and safety over the top. And a little bit of pressure there on the front line from Stoughton. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. That play took 6 seconds off the clock, so we have 41 seconds to go till halftime here in Stoughton, Wisconsin at Collins Field.
So I would definitely expect almost every possession through this offensive possession, big, deep down plays.
Got to be vertical now. You're right. They have to get big chunks of yardage and get them fast. Man in motion gets the handoff. It's a sweep to the wide receiver. He's got room to run. He gets 1st down, 2 yards more, gain of 11 by 81. Drake Brent on the run. Clock's ticking. As soon as they get this set, after the 1st down, they don't need to stop the clock. Now the play clock's been set, clock's running, 25 seconds, 24. I'm not sure McNeil knew the clock was running there. Throws a wide receiver screen, it's caught, but the receiver was down on the ground when he caught it.
Actually, it's incomplete.
Oh, ruled incomplete on the field. Thank you, Seth. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line of Edgewood. 14 seconds to go in the half, so now you'd think that all these plays really need to just be Hail Mary type plays down the field.
Yeah, and actually with that last play, it was actually called incomplete, but Edgewood was very fortunate because if he would have caught that ball, the time would have kept, ticking down.
Yep, half is almost over if he makes that catch. Good call. 14 seconds to go. We got 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left, 2 backs in the backfield with McNeil takes the snap, looking deep, great protection. He's got all day, throws it deep to Cochran, and that is out of bounds, uncatchable. Took 7 more seconds off the clock, so our 3rd down play is going to come with 7 seconds left to go in the half.
And I would definitely expect a Hail Mary type of pass for the next play, and we're going to see actually how strong this kid's arm is.
Yeah, he whipped that one 40 yards, no problem. Stoughton looks to have about 4 safeties playing deep. Just at this point, you don't let anything get over your head. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, single back in the backfield. McNeil waiting for the snap. McNeil takes the snap, hands off to the running back up the middle for a gain of about 10. We see a ref go down hard. Players helping him up, and that should do it for the first half. Clock stopped at 1 second. I don't think they'll be able to get a play off here. Again, the clock stops, then they set the ball, and then the clock starts again. So after that, the half is over. It is 17 Stoughton, Edgewood 0. What a great first half for Stoughton. You can't ask for much more. They had success running the ball. They had some success with their screens. Really, the only thing that hurt them was the penalties that they kind of inflicted on themselves.
Oh, absolutely, and I would actually probably say the same thing actually just for both teams. But then once those turnovers happened in Stoughton's favor, they definitely didn't look back from there.
Did not. Again, 2 rushing touchdowns by Brady Shipper, a 44-yard scamper and a 34-yard run up the middle. All right, so that is it for us. We are going to go to the halftime entertainment, and we will see you all at the start of the 3rd quarter. Again, thank you for watching WSTO TV.
All right, players, please spread out all the way down the field. Give yourself some space. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is Stoughton Youth Football Night. Please put your hands together for all of our youth players and coaches. All right, 4th grade, please line up and get in a stance, if you would. Ladies and gentlemen, 4th grade is coached by Kurt Hedstrom, Rob Haustrauser, and Todd Shaw. 4th grade, are you ready? I want you to run all the way down the field and score a touchdown. Are you ready, set, and go? Parents, you're welcome for us carrying out your children tonight. All right, 5th grade, are you ready? 5th grade is coached by Dan Benny, John Toso, Jason Seeger, and Nathan Falk. 5th grade, ready, set, go! Come on, coaches. All right, 6th grade, are you ready? 6th grade is coached by James Sutton, Bob O'Lean, John Wagner, and Matt Iverson. 6th grade, ready, set, go! All right, 7th grade, are you ready? 7th grade is coached by Josh Aaron, Mike Willig, Leo Enders, Pete Siebold, and Mark Herbst. 7th grade, on your mark, get set, go! All right, 8th grade. 8th grade is coached by Todd Nelson, Billy Conklin, Kevin Stokestad, Jim Hart, and Nick Probst. 8th grade, are you ready? On your mark, get set, stop. Gotcha. False start against the 8th grade team. All right, 8th grade, are you ready? Set, go! Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for all of our youth players and all of our youth coaches who volunteer a ton of time to make football what it is in Stoughton. We want to thank everybody who donates their time. Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, the Stoughton Dance Team. The dance team is holding its annual Fall Junior Dancing Clinic next Friday, September 8th, here at Stoughton High School, starting at 4:30. Learn to dance from the varsity dancers and perform at halftime under the Friday night lights of the varsity football game that night at home against Milton. The clinic is open to everyone. No experience is necessary. Head to StoughtonDanceTeam.com and register today. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your Stoughton Dance Team. Ladies and gentlemen, the best dance team in the land, your Stoughton Dance Team!
Yo, can I say something on the mic?
Mike Daniels is your local award-winning farmers insurance agent and dedicated community member. After Mike served 5 years in the U.S. Army, he earned several college degrees which culminated in his MBA from Keller Graduate School of Management. Ultimately, Mike and his family moved to Stoughton, and he became an active community member. Mike is proud to serve as a board member for the Stoughton Hospital Foundation, the Stoughton Rotary Club, the Shillelagh Foundation, and the Home Buyers Roundtable of Dane County.
Hi, my name is Jeff Moyer. I live just outside Stoughton, Wisconsin, and I am an active member of the community here. And I'm more or less to talk about my experience in working with Mike Daniels at the Mike Daniels Agency Farmers Insurance. And most importantly, the reason why we were attracted to Mike Daniels and his Farmers Agency was Mike's involvement in the community is second to none. We find that really important if you're going to have a small business in town here, much like our own business. To be involved in the community and to give back is something we really value. And bottom line, Mike Daniels is a real human being, raising a family in our Stoughton community or just outside the Stoughton community. And I guess he's an insurance agent that you can trust.
Feel free to give Mike a call at 608-492-3444 or stop into his agency in downtown Stoughton, and he'd be happy to help you with all of your insurance needs.
I say, I'm watching WSTU.
When your doctor prescribes a medical imaging procedure, you can rely on Stoughton Hospital to provide access to the advanced professional diagnostic care you need. Our services include bone density, CT scans, digital mammography, MRI, ultrasound, and more from caring, qualified professional staff. We accept a wide variety of insurance plans including Dean, GHC, Humana, Physicians Plus, Unity, Medicare, and more. Stoughton Hospital, trusted care close to home.
And welcome back to Collins Field here in Stoughton, Wisconsin, where the Stoughton Vikings are up 17-0 over the Edgewood Crusaders through the first half. And Seth, we talked before the game that Edgewood this season has started the first half slow, getting outscored 59-0 in the first half, and more of the same tonight. They can't be happy with that. Stoughton has to be ecstatic.
Yeah, I think in the beginning, Edgewood had been happy with themselves, but yeah, in previous games, yeah, they, like you mentioned, they have been outscored, and definitely, yeah, for the first half of the first quarter, Edgewood, yeah, they were just toe-to-toe with Stoughton, but then after two costly turnovers, everything just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, Stoughton was able to pull away on those two turnovers, and they were able to pull away with a field goal first, but then two rushing touchdowns from Braden Shipper of 44 and 34 yards. Really broke this thing open in the second quarter.
Yeah,
So,
those are two big plays by Shipper, and just the way he was able to move his legs and even it wasn't just those long runs; it was just those short runs where he just had to punch through all those tackles.
Yep, and just like the boxing analogy, you go to the body, and it lets you go upstairs for the big shot late. He was doing that. Tough broken tackle runs led to those big long runs where, again, the 34-yard run wasn't even touched. The 44-yard run, he had broken a tackle and then made a guy miss big. So as the teams come back out, we got some other scores to report here in the Badger South Conference. Monona Grove is up 21-13 over Oregon at half, and Wanakee is up 21-6 over Mount Horeb. You can see here as Edgewood takes the field for some second half warm-ups. Stoughton following, coming out of the tunnel after.
Yeah, so far the whole night, it's been a great crowd.
Very excited folks here in Stoughton, Wisconsin to have football back. And I tell you, game time started probably about 70 degrees. It's dropped all the way down. It's got to be close to 50 now. And again, just an absolutely perfect night for football. Autumn is here.
Yeah, and hats off to our WSTO camera crew for just getting past that cold weather.
Not used to it. They'll be used to it after tonight. So if Edgewood's going to get back in this game, Seth, what do you see them having to do better in the second half?
Yeah, I would definitely try to see if they can gain more positive yards on the running. Just seems like they really can't get it going, but if they can just slowly at least get a few positive yards on the running, that would definitely set up their their long passing game.
And who do you see getting more touches out of the quarterback position for them, Joe Bestie, or do you think they'll continue to go with Jack McNeil?
It's kind of hard to say. I would definitely say it's a toss-up, but if I had to pick one, maybe Bestie.
Okay. And again, Bestie provides them with a little bit more of a running back quarterback option look, where McNeil stands at 6'5", weighing in at 250. He is a classic pocket passer. And on the other side of the ball, Stoughton has had some really positive quarterback play from Malik. He has had a couple of miscommunications early with Shipper, but when they got on the same page, it has been lights out, and that was basically the second quarter on. Those two have been tough to stop in the backfield. A performer that we thought we were going to see more of when the night started, Jordan D. Benedetto, has been relatively quiet, but he is a candidate to really break out here in the second half as well. Very athletic, explosive player on the outside for Stoughton, so we'll see if Stoughton tries to get him more involved in the second half.
Yeah, it's always nice to have that solid, strong backup option because you mentioned Jordan Benedetto. He's been quiet, but I feel like all eyes are on Shipper, and if it'll just take that one explosive play. It's like, whoa, where did Jordan come from?
Right, and Shipper's stepping up big too, because tonight Stoughton is without one of their other feature backs, Dwight Walker. He's out with a knee injury, so Shipper was going to have to carry the load, and so far he has answered that call and done admirably. So as we go through these second half warm-ups, we also want to continue to thank our sponsors that make these WSTO broadcasts possible. Pizza Pit of Stoughton, thank you very much. Sponsor Pizza Pit of Stoughton. And I actually had Pizza Pit of Stoughton down at halftime. I was able to sneak down and have the last piece of pizza. They got more delivery, or another delivery coming, but I was able to get that last piece. Very grateful.
Breaking hearts, huh?
Breaking hearts. I apologized. Really, the only person I took it away from was you, so I don't feel all that bad. But you got some popcorn, I got some pizza. We are happy and ready to start this second half. We're fired up for Stoughton's home opener.
Absolutely. Let's get it going with the second half.
We have some Badgers South standings to share with you. Again, this is the first week of conference play, but the non-conference schedule saw Stoughton go 2-0. Milton went 2-0. Monona Grove was 2-0. Watertown went 1-1. Oregon went 1-1. Monroe 1-1. Fort Atkinson 1-1. And Edgewood off to the 0-2 start. Again, Edgewood started slow all year, but then fought back hard in the second half. So we expect to see some fight from this Edgewood team. They have not gone quietly yet. We don't expect them to tonight. And Stoughton, again, though, couldn't be happier with the start they got out to. And as they receive this second half kickoff, they're gonna look to have more of the same here and get Shipper going early.
Yeah, I expect nothing less from Edgewood, like you had mentioned before. Definitely going to be a testament to this football team and just never die, never give up attitude.
Certainly. Historically, this rivalry has kind of been dominated by Edgewood. Last year, Stoughton got the win, and it was a close one with the late surge by Edgewood. And tonight, again, it looks like Stoughton's off to the races, but this is fast becoming a rivalry that Stoughton's competing in. The kick was a short kick. Dribbler picked up and returned about 6 yards before he's taken down. It wasn't the cleanest kickoff return, but there wasn't a fumble. And they'll start the ball at the 25, 26-yard line.
Yeah, John, you had mentioned earlier about this rivalry. And again, the last year was probably definitely the turning point, because for the longest time, Edgewood had Stoughton's number, but now Stoughton has turned the corner, and now they've done some great things for football.
Yep. And even just looking at the two teams, I think Stoughton's built a program where they just have some really big kids on the roster, and the line of scrimmage tonight has been dominated by Stoughton. The snap, running back gets in the way. Oh, had a man out wide, in and out of his hands.
And he knew it. He was absolutely frustrated with not just catching that ball.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the backfield. He would have liked to have that back, though. 2nd and 10 coming up from the 26-yard line of Stoughton. Edgewood lucky that wasn't completed because he had some space to run there on the outside. There was only 2 DBs back over there, and the safety wasn't that close. So 2nd and 10 coming up, 3 out wide to the left, 1 to the right, single back. Snap and handoff to Shipper, and he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Edgewood looked like they were ready for that one.
Oh,
Loss
absolutely.
of 1 on the play.
Yeah, one of the few plays that Edgewood definitely drew it up nicely and was able to stop Stoughton on that one.
We got 3rd and 10 coming up. They bring in some more skilled position guys, take out a tight end. See if they go to the air here on their own 26-yard line. 2 out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left, single back. Malik takes a snap, hands it off, run to the left. He's got some space. Stiff arm, puts one guy down, breaks the tackle, 1st down and more, runs the safety over. Gain of 20 on the play, out to the 47, 21, 22 yards on the play, out to the 48. 1st and 10 Stoughton, and another great run by Shipper.
And I love how Stoughton just went back to the ground. They weren't faded at all from that defensive stop at Edgewood. They just kept going. It's like, hey, if you want to stop our run, try it.
Yeah, a lot of confidence in that running game. They sure do have. 2 out to the left. DiBenedetto in motion, gets the hand on the sweep, and is going to pick up about 2 yards. And again, that's someone we look to in the second half for them to try to get going. Pretty quiet in the first half, so a designed run there for him to see if he can't maybe turn it on a little bit here. So 2nd and 8 coming up for Stoughton from about the 50-yard line when the center moves it forward a bit. 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right, single back, an H-back blocking. Handoff to Shipper, and he slides in for about a gain of 1. 3rd and 7 upcoming here for Stoughton.
Yeah, it's going to be a big play to see if we can convert into this 3rd down.
3rd and 7 from Edgewood's 49-yard line. You'd like to pick this up to continue to dominate that field position battle that they have been dominating all night. Let's see what they draw up. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. 2 backs, 1 in the H-back, 1 behind the quarterback. The league takes the snap low, handles it well. Got a guy in the flat.
Open.
1st down and more. Gain of 17 for the Stoughton Vikings. That's a 1st down. Max Fernholz, big tight end there. It's his 2nd target of the game. He also had another big play out of the flat in the 1st quarter that was negated by a block in the back. So they went back to that same play. Another big gain. 1st down on 3rd and 7. Gotta love that if you're a Stoughton fan.
Yeah, with this one, no flags on the play, and a great play and a great catch.
DiBenedetto did a nice job blocking on the outside. He's out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left. Another H-back and back behind the quarterback. Takes a snap, throws it out. Hits him in the hands, bobbles it by McCone, and he is taken down about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You'd love to have seen what would have happened on that play if you'd have just caught it cleanly.
Yeah, that was definitely a better catch, but unfortunately that didn't show for the yards.
McCone has struggled a little catching the ball out of the backfield so far tonight. Hauls that one in, but again, wasn't clean, and by the time he had righted himself, the defense was there for the play. 2nd and 11 coming up. And timeout forced to be taken. The late substitution didn't look like they knew who was supposed to be on the field. We've seen a lot of confusion from the Edgewood sideline so far tonight, and that one cost them an early timeout here with 8 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the third quarter. A lot of time left to be burning one of your 3 timeouts.
And there's plenty of game left, even though they're down 17-0. But I almost kind of sense like from their defense, just even from their offense as well, that this team is getting frustrated. They just kind of have to get back together, collect themselves, and just play football.
Yep. Both teams huddling up through this timeout. We are going to have a 2nd and 11 from Edgewood's 46-yard line. Edgewood has so far dominated the field position battle, and this second half they have gotten off to another fast start. This drive starting back at their 26 right now all the way to Edgewood's 46. They got 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, 1 tight end on the line, and a single back in the backfield. I'm sorry, 2 out to the left, no tight end there. He's going to tuck and run, slides down, a lot of contact. They're going to let him play. Gain of 5 on the run. We got a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That was Jonathan Malik on the carry.
And Malik's an athlete. He can tuck and run. They don't need to use him because, again, they usually have 3 backs. Tonight, Shipper doing most of the work. They are without Dwight Walker. But, again, Malik, a good athlete, comfortable running the ball, comfortable throwing the ball. H-back in, 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 back behind the Malik. They motion the H-back out to the right side. Now there's 2 wide to the right. Hand off to Shipper, and he runs through a first tackle, through a second tackle, and he might go to the house. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Stoughton!
And he's good. And that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. Just seems like no one can catch up to him.
No one can catch up to him in that secondary, and the first guy to get there is getting run over. He is playing exceptional tonight.
Just lights out football from Shipper.
Lights out. 3 touchdowns. And we have a man down on the field. The athletic staff is taking a look. Hope everyone's okay. But what an exciting run that was. Seems like, again, they go with the body shot, body shot, body shot, wear down Edgewood, and then to the house.
Yeah, just another great running play. And it seems like, Stoughton is, Edgewood defense has not been able yet to stop that running, and they're just going to continue to go and pound the ball.
Yep. Clock is now a consideration when you go up 23-0 with an extra point to follow here. So again, you're expecting just to see this running game continue and just eat that clock up.
Yeah, at one point you'd think with Edgewood's offense, there's got to be some sort of sense of urgency.
And that would, again, lead us to believe that we're going to see more of Jack McNeil tonight and more of those downfield passing plays. So Stoughton's going to have to get ready for that. That touchdown run was over 20. I want to say they had the ball at about the 27 when that play started. Maybe
it was really close to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, might get a replay here, and that'll show us where. Again, they're dealing with an injured player. Helmet's off, but they're pulling him up. Looks like it's a right leg injury, and he's not putting any weight on that. It's at 76 for Stoughton.
Marcus Martingillo.
That is a tough one. I'm glad you took it. Martin Giglio looks to be in a lot of pain on that right leg. We hope for the best and that it's not too serious for him. They're getting him to the bench to take a better look at it, and the extra point is upcoming. McCone to kick it. He has been perfect so far on his extra points. Looks to keep his streak alive here. Snaps high, gets the hold down. McCone puts his leg behind it, and it is good. Stoughton is going to extend their lead to 24-0 here with 7:46 to go in the third quarter.
And that is a huge blow, especially on that third down. That was an opportunity for Edgewood's defense to really make it some noise, even when they were down 17-0. But unfortunately, they were unable to get that defensive stop, and now they are down 24-0. That is a big hole.
It is a big hole to dig yourself out of. We have seen Edgewood go down big this season, and they have always responded. We are waiting tonight for that response. So far, it has been all Stoughton. And honestly, all of Brady Shipper. They cannot seem to find any answers for him. The first guy to get there usually gets there around the line of scrimmage. The problem is he's either tackling air after Shipper makes a move, or Shipper just runs right through him.
And by that, yeah, exactly. By that time, Shipper is gone.
Yeah, looks fluid when he's at that second level. He's hard to take down, and he does not want to stop running and is not afraid of contact. McCone's going to kick this one off from the left hash mark, kicking into the wind. We've been saying it all night. He's got a huge leg. We've seen him kick it through the end zone, unreturnable, but tonight they've all been returned. See what he does here. Stoughton breaks the huddle. McCone gets about a 9-yard run up at it. And with 7:46 to go in the third quarter, we have another Stoughton kickoff. And it is high and deep. Here's a booming variety. Caught at the goal line, and he's going to have to bring it out. Running from left to right is Cochran, and gets hammered after getting a little held up. Returned it out 26 yards. We'll have 1st and 10, Monona from their own 26 coming up.
Yeah, this is definitely an important drive for Edgewood's offense. Let's see if they can convert any points. This is definitely a critical moment in this next drive.
Yep. It was youth night here. We got to see the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade youth programs do a 100-yard dash for us at halftime. Fantastic entertainment, and we have another one getting the kickoff tee. These youth are getting a run in tonight.
It's always fun.
This is McNeil running, which we're not used to seeing. That's 6'5", 250 pounds running around the outside. That's quite a sight. He does a nice job there to pick up 4, excuse me. 2nd and 6 for Monona from their 30-yard line. Edgewood. Three out to the left, handoff up the middle, moving the pile.
And that running play is the running play I was talking about. They just need to gain positive yards so that way they can set up that passing game. That could be the play.
Well said. They finally got a positive yard run, and somebody is down. Looks to be for Stoughton. Defense is going to come over to the sideline, take a breather. We'll try to get a number for you and see who's down. So we got a 3rd and short coming up after this injury timeout for Edgewood. And they desperately need to get a drive going here so we can see some points put up on the board. They've had big plays. They've had success in the passing game, but it seems like penalties and then a lack of a running game have really hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that lack of running game can be attributed to the big guys Stoughton has up front. They have done a terrific job of dominating that line of scrimmage and allowing that second level to run free to the ball carrier. Injured player was Gavin Miller. He's been all over the field today. He looks to be all right. He's walking off of his own power. Might be a left shoulder injury the way he's kind of favoring that left arm. 3rd and 2 here coming up for Edgewood. They've got 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 out to the left, single back, and Jack McNeil in the shotgun. Receiver in motion, fakes the handoff, goes to the halfback, and
Stoughton
again,
read that perfectly.
Stuffed by Stoughton. They read it perfectly. Another big play on a 3rd down, and they might have to go for it here.
Yeah, I think that at this point, down 24-0, they have
Hold
no choice.
Hold the phone. Cooler heads prevailed.
Up.
They are not going to go for it quite yet. There's 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in this third quarter, and they are going to punt. And DiBenedetto is back deep to return. This punting game has not been a strength so far of Edgewood. The last one they had, though, before the end of the second half was a good one. And we have movement up front for Edgewood. Looks to be a false start. It is. False start on Edgewood. That'll move them back 5 yards. We're going to be a 4th and 9 now. Ball on the 26-yard line. DiBenedetto moves up 6 yards,
At this point, Edgewood was unable to convert on that third down play, and now they're moved back. Just thinking, when are they going to catch a break?
Here's a good punt. High, spiraling to the... Oh, nice hands by Benedetto. Is dancing.
He's
Makes a
trying to
guy
make a
miss it.
move,
He's
and
reversed
going
the
to the
field. He's
outside.
got blockers. He's free, running at the 50, the 40. He's to the 30.
Like he's gonna be
at
gone.
the 20. He's got
Gotta
one
pick
guy
one
to
guy.
beat. He's at the 10. He makes a miss, and it's
Touchdown.
a touchdown. Benedetto takes it to the house. We said he was dangerous. He is.
What an amazing run.
And hold up. Here we have some. Is it clean? We have a back ump signaling something. The head ump's coming over. This might be coming back, but that was exciting nonetheless. DiBenedetto looks upset. Looks to be coming back. Holding on Stoughton. This one is going to come back.
That was definitely an exciting play.
I had thought he had gone out of bounds. He made the first guy miss, and I thought he stepped out of bounds, and then he stopped and faced the field and realized he hadn't. That looks to be where the initial holding call was made. So someone actually got some jersey. DiBenedetto switched the field. We got excited.
A little too soon.
Little too soon. Can't help ourselves. That was fun. So the ball's going to be back at the 35-yard line for Stoughton. They are up 24-0. There's 6 minutes to go in this third quarter, and we expect to see a heavy dose of Brady Shipper from here on out. 2 out to the right. H-back. Shipper in the backfield gets the handoff, running to the left side, makes a guy miss. Got flags on the field.
Looks like this one
He's
might be going
making
on
more guys miss. He's not down yet.
And he's ruled out of bounds.
Ruled out of bounds. Impressive display of some break tackle ability, but I think we're going to have a hold in the backfield. Even on the plays that are getting called back, Shipper is impressive. It is a hold, and it is a costly one. Going to move them back 11 yards. We have a 2nd and 21 coming out.
Second one in a row.
First down, excuse me. Replay the down. 1st and 21 from Stoughton's 21. 1 out to the right, 2 out to the left. Fakes the handoff. Got a man in the flat. He flies upfield. Looking for McCone on a slant. Overthrew him a little bit out in front. Looked like a variation of the play where we've seen Max Fernholz get loose in the flat. He started out in the flat and then ran up the field. Second read was McCone. Just not able to connect. One of the few throws Malig's missed on. He was a little throwing a little high early, and this one was a little out in front, but for the most part, he's had a pretty good night throwing the ball. 2 out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left, single back, and they give it a Shipper up the middle, and he is immediately hit by 3 Edgewood defenders, and they bottle him up for a gain of 1. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this third quarter, and we have a 3rd and 20 coming up.
Yeah, one of the few plays that we see that Shipper stopped.
And we just got an update. Milton up 12-7 on Monroe. And that was at the end of the third quarter there. They're a little ahead of us. We have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in this third quarter. Stoughton's got a 3rd and long, real long. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Hard counts, got people jumping. No flags though. DiBenedetto catches, spins, has one Edgewood defender draped all over him. Alex Esch, he can't get away from. Gain of 15 on the play. Not enough for the first down. 4th and 5 at the 39-yard line. And we are going to see a punt here.
Yeah, and that was a much-needed stop for Edgewood's defense. Let's see if that momentum can carry over into their offensive play.
It was a critical stop here with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Down 24-0. Time is of the essence for Edgewood and their comeback hopes. Punting from the 39. The snap's a good one. The kick high.
That was
end
almost
over
blocked.
end kick a little short. Coming to catch it, and a fair catch at the 41 is made. Great catch there by Joshua Farney.
And now Edgewood's going to have a great field position.
Edgewood will start this drive from their 41. They're going to continue to ride Jack McNeil, the 6'5", 250-pound quarterback. Down 24-0 here. We expect to see them take a fair amount of shots the rest of the way. Snap to McNeil, handoff in. Oh, hammered in the backfield.
Yeah,
Big play made.
Again, Stoughton's defense just suffering, suffocating.
Drew Passold with a huge hit in the backfield. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13 coming up for Edgewood. And again, unable to get anything going on the ground. Stoughton has dominated the line of scrimmage here tonight. Edgewood's got 1 receiver out to the left, 3 out to the right, single back. Bestie's in there, takes a snap, hands it off, and again a huge play in the backfield. That looked like Trenton Conklin, another huge body for Stoughton. He's listed at 6'3", 200 pounds.
It almost looked like there was some confusion on the play because that was a very delayed handoff.
It was a delayed handoff, and by the time the running back had gotten to his tackle, outside of the tackle box, there were Stoughton defenders waiting for him. 3rd and 17 coming up. That was a loss of 4. Again, great play, Trenton Conklin. Let's see what they got in their bag. Best, again, is the quarterback. Has replaced McNeil. He's more of a rushing quarterback. 2 backs next to him. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. So fakes a handoff, and Bestie keeps it. Makes one guy miss, try to get to the edge, and cannot. He is tackled shy of the 40-yard line, and a 4th and 11 is upcoming.
And they have no option but to punt.
And Seth is right. They are bringing out the punt unit. Josh Duffick to punt. And it looks like a new punt returner is in. Punt is a good one. High end over end punt. Caught at the 25. One-man miss. He's outside. Running up the sideline.
Like
Space run across the 50, across the 40, across the 30. He's got blockers. He's at the 20, the 10, the touchdown. Stoughton.
And there are no flags on the play.
I believe that's 81. Zach Finholt took that punt all the way to the end zone. No flags on the play. 2nd punt return for a touchdown tonight. First one was called back. This one wasn't. And we're going to have to get a number check here on that replay. I don't think that was 81. I believe I was incorrect there. What a punt return. I tell you, special teams, running the ball has been working in spades for Stoughton. Here we look for a replay here.
Across the 40, across the 30, he's got blockers. He's at the 20, the 10, the touchdown.
And it looks
86.
like, oh, it was 86.
Nathan Hutcherson, listed at 5'7", 140 pounds, and he's a sophomore. Giving Di Benedetto a little bit of a breather here late in the third quarter.
Kid has definitely got some, he's got some speed.
He has definitely got some speed. Made one miss, and then it was just a race to the sideline. Once he got there, he had blockers up in front of him, and he was not touched after that. Stoughton goes up 30-0 on the extra point that we were just excited about the punt return and talked right through. Minute 26 to go in the third quarter.
So if you're thinking it hasn't got any worse than for Edgewood, well, it has.
Right, just when their defense made a nice stop on third down, they got the ball back. It looked like if they were going to make a move, it was going to be then. And 2 straight running plays netted them a loss of 7.
And what's impressive, even actually with those 2 returned potentially for a touchdown, of course, those are called back. But, you know, Stoughton has not let off the gear. They're pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal so far. Stoughton's going to kick this one off from right in the center of the field. So McCone always keeping it interesting. Right hash, left hash, center. He can do it all. Stoughton 30, Edgewood 0, minute 26 to go in the third quarter.
Sam McCone kicking off for Stoughton. Cochran and Brent are deep for Edgewood.
Cochran and Brandt deep for Edgewood. The kick high, going to be caught around the 10-yard line. Cochran's got it. He's run seam in the middle and is met by 2 Edgewood defenders. A return of about 14 yards out to the 24 from the 10, and that's where Edgewood will take over. 1st and 10 from the 24.
You know, I think this time, you know, late in the game, you know, down 30-0. You know, at this point, you just got to look for positive plays, positive yards. I mean, obviously, you just can't get those 30 points all back in one drive. You know, you just have to take one drive at a time and just, you know, regroup.
Yep. This is a character-building kind of end of the game where you don't know if you can get all the way back, but you want to build on something so that you have something positive going into next week. 2 out to the right, 1 out to the left. Handoff to the up the middle. Gain of 1, maybe 2, but again, Stoughton's big defensive line is there, and there has just not been a lot of running room. Run by Greg Zentmeyer there for a gain of 2.
It looks like we have another player down for Stoughton.
The injury bug has started to bite here tonight. Got through most of the first half without anything, and now we've had 3 players down in this second half. You hate to see that. This looks like it might be Dylan Bennett. Dylan has been all over the field tonight and a huge part of the run stopping Stoughton has employed. Again, Dylan's listed at 6'7", 240 pounds. That
Just
is a
massive size.
big body up front. Just getting the attention of 3 training staff members, and they are helping him up now. He's putting weight on both legs.
That's good. He's back on his feet.
It's good to see. He does not look happy. Definitely looks to be in pain on that right shoulder. He is letting that hang.
Uh-oh.
Hate to see that. Hope he can recover quickly.
You almost wonder if it was his collarbone.
Yeah, he is definitely in a lot of pain.
You always hate to see that.
2nd and 9.
That looks to be Elijah Crumholz, not Dylan Bennett. But my eyes aren't what they used to be. Another run for Edgewood and another loss of yards, as there are 3 Stoughton defenders in the backfield on that play. Loss of 2.
At this point, everything Edgewood is trying to throw at that Stoughton suffocating defense, you'd think at this time maybe they have to mix it up, but call play action, something to the outside, anything at this point.
Last 2 drives, yeah, we have failed to see them take shots down the field. Bestie is more of a running quarterback, where McNeil is more of a passer. Down 30 to nothing, you'd expect to see some more pass. Snap is low. Pass out on the flat to the running back, and he is leveled after a gain of 4. 4th and 9 upcoming, and it looks like the punt unit is right back on the field. That was another quarterback substitution. Marcus Thalen, who had been quarterbacking through the first 2 games, hadn't seen any action tonight, just got in, completes his first pass.
And another unfortunate event is Edgewood's offense. It really hasn't been on the field, so therefore Edgewood's defense, is continuing on the field, and they must be out of breath.
Yep, they have been worn down by this big Stoughton team. They're doing whatever they want in terms of their defensive run stopping, and offensively they're doing whatever they want running the football at this point. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Stoughton is up 30 to nothing over Edgewood, and we have 12 minutes of football left to play. So, Seth, we got to assume we're going to see a lot of handoffs here from Stoughton moving forward. Morris Shipper, do you think we're going to try to get some young guys in there and get them some playing time here up 30 to nothing?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Shipper at least a couple more plays, but then after that, it would probably be a smart move just to, give him a breather and just, obviously don't run the risk of, getting him hurt, obviously, and get him healthy for the next game.
So DiBenedetto is back deep to kick, and the punter hits it off his knee. That is an unfortunate punt. Goes out of bounds. I think another negative punt. Didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just for something as simple as punting, unfortunately, that's a category Edgewood has been absolutely struggling tonight.
Yeah, you never want to have 2 punts not go for positive yardage. That's a tough pill to swallow. So Stoughton's going to start this drive on Edgewood's 28-yard line.
And it seems like with every field position start for Stoughton's offense, it's just Edgewood's defense, their backs have been against the wall almost the whole game.
So we got a new quarterback in the game. Sam Wallen is back, number 8.
Well, that's Sam Walleen.
Walleen, excuse me. Passes out to wide receiver screen for a gain of about 6. Walleen came into a game earlier in the year through one pass for 1 touchdown. So coming into tonight, everything he had thrown went for a touchdown. His streak ends there. But he is 2 for 2 on the season now. Hasn't had an incompletion yet. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 out to the right. Walleen back in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off. Shipper runs into 1 defender, immediately is pushed back. No gain on the play. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up.
At this point, depending on how long they're going to run Shipper into the game, since we're already up 30 to nothing, we'll see actually. I wouldn't be surprised if Stoughton just keeps running the ball and just runs that clock down.
3rd and 6 with 11 minutes to go. Clock is running. Ball is at the 24-yard line of Edgewood. Stoughton stays in the shotgun. 1 receiver out to the left, 3 out to the right. Shipper in the backfield with Walleen. Takes the snap, hand to Shipper, and he is, reverses the field, gets away from 3 defenders, and has nearly enough for a first down. It looks like they may measure this. Again,
he's very close.
Shipper looked like he was stopped in the backfield. 3 defenders showed up, reverses the field, and gains 6 on a 3rd and 7. We got a 4th and 1 upcoming, and it looks like Stoughton's keeping the offense on the field and going to try to pick this thing up. 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
You know, it's just amazing with Shipper's, you know, his ability just to, you know, cause misdirection, stop, and then go the other direction. You know, definitely really throws off Edgewood's game.
Sure does. Here he is on the carry, right up the middle, down inside the 10 to the 7. That is a Stoughton first down on 4th and 1, and more importantly for Stoughton, it keeps that clock moving. We are 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this game, with Stoughton knocking on the door yet again, up 30 to nothing. Two wide receivers out to the right, one to the left. Shipper in the backfield with Wallin. Snap, handoff to Wallin straight up the middle, makes one miss.
He's powering through all those tackles.
He sure is. He is not taken down easily. Shipper gets down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal to go from the 5.
2nd and goal from the 5.
And we've said Shipper's name over and over, and we haven't given a lot of credit to those big guys up front, but that offensive line has made a ton of room for him to work tonight and deserve to get some of that credit.
Oh, absolutely. You know, those big bodies just making some absolutely key blocks, and just and the way they've been consistent the whole night.
Seen maybe 2 holding penalties all night on that unit.
Yeah, they've been very solid so far.
A block in the back, but that was a receiver, wasn't a lineman. That lineman group have definitely played well. 3rd and 4, 3rd and goal from the 4, excuse me. Shotgun set, 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. Shipper in the backfield. He gets, nope, it's a quarterback keeper. Wallin tries to get around the edge, will not do so. Gets down to the 3 and is stopped. We have a 4th and goal from the 3 coming up. 8 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Let's see what Stoughton decides to do here. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Not even a choice by the head coach.
I think at this point it's either a win-win situation.
Yeah, you're either going to make Edgewood run it from the shadows of their own goal post, or you're going to score. So again, they've new quarterback in the game for this drive, Sam Wallin. He's done a nice job of driving them down. He's waiting for the shotgun snap. Gets it, Shipper handoff up the middle, makes a man miss.
Looks like he's got the third. Yep, looks like he's got it.
He's in there.
He's in.
Touchdown Stoughton, 36 to nothing. And Shipper keeps going with his extremely hot night. That is his 4th rushing touchdown on the night.
Amazing. 4 rushing touchdowns. He has just been absolutely solid. Edgewood's defense just has no answer for Shipper.
He's gone from 44 yards, from 34 yards, from 27-ish yards, and a really boring one there, only 3 yards. Not his fault, but the shortest of the night so far.
Nonetheless,
they all put 6 on the board. That's what they all did. Extra point here by McCone. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. 37 to nothing for Stoughton in their home opener over the Edgewood Crusaders.
And obviously, I think by this time, it's definitely probably over for Edgewood. At this point, it's definitely a mental game at this point, and you just want to make sure that they make positive plays, that they regroup themselves, and they look for some key pointers that they could bring into the next game.
Yep, you got to find plays that work, plays that you can execute consistently, and you want to move on so that next week you don't have this loss. You really want to keep this bad taste in your mouth, spit it out, and move on. Injury update for Stoughton. Elijah Crumholes has got the pads off and an ice pack strapped onto that right shoulder with that right arm in a sling. So his night is over. We hope he has a speedy recovery. Did not look good when he was coming off the field. That right arm was dangling.
Yeah, he definitely had a hard time keeping that one up.
So Stoughton's set to kick it off. They break the huddle, kicking it from the middle of the field again at the 40. Brenton Conklin deep for Edgewood on the return here. 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this game. The kick is high, deep, caught at the 6, across the 20. He's got some room, and Edgewood corrals him just shy of the 30-yard line. Pretty positive return there for Edgewood. Starting with the ball at the 29, 1st and 10, Edgewood.
It looks like it's now a running clock.
Edgewood's going with Marcus Thaleen in as the quarterback. A shotgun set for Edgewood with 1 wide receiver out to the right, 2 out to the left. Tight end on the right end of the line and a back with the quarterback. Thalen, snap on the ground, picks it up and is immediately hit by a Stoughton defender. Another big play by the Stoughton defensive line. They have been everywhere. That looked to be Gavin Miller on this sack.
And that's one thing I've noticed consistently throughout the whole game, and unfortunately for Edgewood, is their snaps either have been low or they've been high. And by the time the football reaches the quarterback's hands, Stoughton's defense is already surrounding them, just swarming right to the ball.
Yep, and that has been true. They have struggled so far to control a lot of those shotgun snaps. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Another low snap. Handoff to the running back. Nice job by Thalen there just to get it to his guy, and he is able to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on that run. Conklin made the play there and has been making plays all night. Again, that defensive line has dominated this matchup. It is 3rd and 13 on the 25 for Edgewood. Shotgun snap on the ground the entire way. The throw is almost picked off by Stoughton.
That was extremely close.
That snap literally rolled to the quarterback, and by the time he scooped it and threw it, the Stoughton defender had jumped the route. McCone probably would tell you he should have caught it, but it was a diving catch. Didn't quite make the play.
It was a nice attempt.
It was. 4th and 13. And Nathan Hutcherson back in the game. Last time he touched the ball, he took it to the house. Let's see what he can do here as Edgewood is punting from their 25 with 4.5 minutes to go here in the game.
See if they can get a good punt.
Perfect snap this time. Punts up. It's a spiral down the right side of the field. And Stoughton, is clearing out of the way. Going to let Edgewood down it at the 50. So a 25-yard punt. 1st and 10 Stoughton from the 50. 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go in this game. And it looks like Stoughton is putting in some of the younger guys now. People are going to get a chance to play here, up 37-0 with 4.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, this would be a great chance for the Stoughton crowd to really see what our young talent has to offer.
New quarterback again, Adam Hobson runs into the game late. He is also a sophomore. And even with all these young guys, they still run the same system. They're in the shotgun set, 2 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Tight end on the line and a single back. Snap to Hobson, handoff to the left side.
The ball. And a strong play, and he's still
it's
on
Hobson's
his feet.
on his feet. It was a read option the whole way. And a 27-yard run by Hobson up the left side of the field on a keeper.
That was his legs the whole way. He just did not give up.
Gotta love that out of your sophomore quarterback. Comes in the game, makes a good read, not giving it to the running back, keeps it himself. Picks up a huge chunk of yardage here and keeps that clock moving. We are at 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Stoughton 37, Edgewood, nothing. 1st and 10 from Edgewood's 33-yard line. Adam Hobson in the shotgun, 2 receivers out to his right, 1 to his left, and a single back there with him. Takes a snap, makes the handoff up the middle, and just back to the line of scrimmage. Quint Arnott, the new running back in, giving Shipper a much-deserved breather here for the remainder of this game. I think it's, we've seen enough now to call our player of the game, and I think that's a pretty unanimous decision. Who are we giving it to, Seth?
I would definitely have to say Brady Shipper, but I don't want to get put the cart ahead of the horse.
I think with 4 rushing touchdowns, I'm gonna put the cart ahead and say that Shipper is the player of the game. He was fantastic. Snap in the handoff is another keeper by Hobson. Hobson looks like he's enjoying his time out there. He's gonna take all the touches he can get. Keeps it there, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gets a gain of 1. We got 3rd and 9 upcoming from the 32-yard line of Edgewood. And this running clock is now ticked down under a minute 45 to go in the game.
So yeah, this game is pretty much all much over, and with this victory, Stoughton will move to 3-0. And just the Stoughton team, blowing them out 37-0. They just got to feel really good about themselves heading into next week's game.
That conference play started out well for Stoughton. 1-0 in the conference after tonight. Minute 15 to go. Handoff to snap to Hobson. He keeps it and is going to lose yardage on 3rd and 9. Loss of 4 on the play. Edgewood was in the backfield, brought the pressure, and did not fool for the halfback fake there. Punt unit on the field.
And just a reminder, please, everybody, be safe and smart this weekend. We want to see everybody back here next Friday night. So again,
The clock is ticking under a minute to go in this game. They look like they're going to keep
Looks like they're just going to run it out from here.
keep the offense on the field. Hobson's back out there. This may be the last play of the game.
4th and 13.
Change of possession. If they don't pick it up on 1st down, I'll stop the clock. But we have 2 plays max left in this one. Hobson in the shotgun.
Looks like
2
he's
receivers
gonna knee
out
it.
to his left. High snap, handles it. Wide receiver screen goes through the hands of the receiver, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Edgewood's ball at their 35. Clock keeps running with the lead the way it is, and that'll be all for this game. Stoughton wins 37, Edgewood nothing. Great game, great way to start at home for Stoughton. Guys all line up on the 50. Great show of sportsmanship here. Shake the hands, and Stoughton can celebrate.
Yeah, just overall, this was just a solid opener for Stoughton football at home, and they were able to please the crowd. I mean, everyone just got to see some fantastic plays, some fantastic, just an overall great game for Stoughton.
It was, and this rivalry has looked to shift in favor now of Stoughton winning the last 2 years. They just looked tonight bigger. They dominated the line of scrimmage. They ran the ball, and they then stopped the run on defense. It was a dominating performance. The defense pitched a shutout, and the offense scored 37 points. Special teams got a touchdown as well, so all facets of the game seemed to go for Stoughton.
Yeah, like again, so they're going to feel great going into next game as they're going to take on next week Milton, and they're going to be here. So this will be their 2nd home game in a row.
And they'll look to keep that performance, or tonight's performance, going into next week. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors: Stoughton Hospital, Mike Daniels Farmers Insurance, UPS Store Stoughton, Crest Funeral Home and Cremation, Inkworks, Hanson Electronics, and Pizza Pit of Stoughton. Thank you for watching. I'm John Henry Erickson with Seth Paulson, and we are out.
So long.
Rose, Oh,
What a catch!
De Benedetto will score on an 80-yard pass play. Oh, it's a fake, and McCone's going to head out to the far side of the field. Inside the 20, turns the corner, and he will score!
God, a little bit of LSU.
This broadcast of Stoughton High School football is brought to you through generous support of these WSTO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency. Proven history of great customer service. Call to discuss a free insurance proposal and discover if he can save you money. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency is conveniently located in downtown Stoughton at the intersection of Main Street and Water Street. The UPS store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The three things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSTO programming. Inkworks of Stoughton, unique digital and offset solutions. Hanson Electronics of Stoughton, your local U.S. Cellular and Radio Shack dealer. Pizza Pit of Stoughton, a proud supporter of WSTO programming and the official pizza of WSTO staff.